You what, sorry?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, guys. Yes, this driverless car thing. Sorry, I think it's another step, especially when AI takes over. You know, if we're saying driverless cars by 2026 on UK roads, that means give it 5 years, 10 years maybe, where how they've been pushing electric vehicles. And this is all a part of it. Electric vehicles, fully automated, just like just like that movie.
iRobot.
Yeah, they're all the driverless vehicles, and just the head turns around. And then
the thing that annoyed me is they said
Total
everything in
Recall.
iRobot is only 15 years away. And how old is that film?
2000.
That really wound me up.
Yeah, but this is what look. It takes time to put all these in place.
That's the
right?
bit
Things
that
don't
winds
go
up.
to plan, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that the idea of driverless vehicles, it's a good idea.
We've
You
got a
can
lot
get
of
in there
processes.
drunk.
We've got a
I
lot
was
of
thinking
we've
that.
got a lot of
Yeah.
processes to go through.
Well,
like
of
in the
course,
next 10, 20, 30 years.
Well, they've been doing their tests for the past 5.
We are at the beginning stages of like the new world. Like
I want a cab
Evolution.
at 4, mate.
Hmm?
I want a cab at 4 in the morning. Everyone's fucking slacked off.
you don't need cabs anymore, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Get in,
like,
drives me off. Boom. And should be the same.
You don't even
price,
need to
right?
own a car.
Nobody's
You don't
charging.
even need to own a car. Do you know what I mean?
no,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, the thing is, that's what they're going to go for. You will own nothing and be happy.
If you've got
This is
everything
what
you
the
need.
future is,
Yeah.
right? The point what I'm trying to come with driverless cars, people are thinking driverless cars. What about driverless lorries,
Yeah,
buses,
yeah,
whatever else
yeah.
is on
everything.
4 wheels?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, except for a motorbike, unless it's got a gyro system in there
Yeah.
that keeps it balanced.
They've got that
Do you know what
already.
I mean?
They've got that already, yeah.
I mean, if you see that film, Shaw and Hobbs, a part of the Fast and Furious, yeah, and you've got that Shaw and Hobbs with Idris Elba in there.
They've got their motorbikes.
And-
They've got it in
and they're
boats
showing
already,
it, they
yeah.
look awesome, right? But what I'm trying to say is people are going to be done out of a job. So there's
Yeah, we
going
know
to be
this. We know this.
more
yeah.
and more jobs are going to be going to
Yeah,
the
but
computer.
we're not done. We're not done.
What do you mean we're not done?
We're not done. And people think like, okay, yeah, so a lot of jobs are going to be taken away. And then, all right, no one's going to have... They think, oh, there's going to be no jobs there. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? We are not even self-sustainable. Like, there is so much work to be done. Once we've got all of this stuff out of the way, we ain't even got off the floor. We are on the floor. The planet is on the floor. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, let's get all of this stuff done. And then you've got a whole lot of people, a whole lot of brains that are then capable of doing things to try and get the planet off the floor. Like, people think that it's going to be done. We're not done. We're not even close. Jobs, right. You think jobs are going to end? Jobs are not going to end. No way.
Well,
There's so much work to be done.
Well,
There is so much. There are so many steps that have to. There are a lot of changes that we have to go through in the next sort of 10 to 20 to 30 years. But there is also a lot of work that needs to be done to make those steps
the
happen.
infrastructure of it.
It needs to happen. Like,
I mean, look at they've actually got a bricklaying robot. He's shit.
yeah, but we can't just constantly.
Shit.
We can't just constantly be thinking about the blacksmith making swords. You can't just constantly think like that. It's not how the world works. It's not how the world works. It's not how society works. None of it operates that way.
Okay, you buy something that is mass produced, and you buy and compare it to something that has been handmade,
but then,
like a handmade guitar.
But I know what you're going to say, but
Yeah.
then you have the task of coming up with something new and something better. That's how it works. That's how it's always been. There was a time before we had guitars, but then we had guitar makers. Do you understand? We don't know.
Lutherans.
Lutherans, yeah, but so Luthers.
Yeah, they're the things they scrub your back with.
That's a low. Lutheran. It is a Lutheran.
Yeah.
you up,
Yeah,
man.
but is it all right? Well, is it the same word?
No, it's double O. Where it's,
Right,
it's
okay.
Luth.
Yeah. But that's kind of the point that I'm making. We can't just say, oh right, yeah, there's a robot that can lay bricks, so now all the bricklayers are going to be out of work. Do you think that all the bricklayer can do is lay bricks? Is that really what that human being... No way. That human being goes to work every day. He has to plan out his whole day to lay them bricks. That is a skill that is going to be used in everything, whatever they decide to do. It's about the attitude of the person. If the person wants to lay down and die because they haven't got another brick to lay, that's on them. Yeah, they're a capable human being to go and do whatever they need to do to contribute to the world, to bring the world off the
but
floor.
If your job is taken away from you by a computer, and
Say you're a bit
AI,
older, like, you know, and you're like,
you're in your 50s.
you don't really want to learn something new.
Yeah, you don't have the time or the capacity to learn
it's a lot
something
harder
new.
when the older you get.
It is to absorb not that kind of knowledge and study.
Talk to me when I'm 50.
Well, I'm talking to you now.
I know,
because
yeah. But what I'm saying is,
you
I can't answer that question now, but I can still say that when I'm 50 years old, if I have to learn something or if I have to do something to survive, I'm going to do it. I don't understand this.
We've talked about.
Do you not think it's harder now?
It's hard now. It's always,
when
it's always going to be hard. It's never supposed. It's not
when
supposed
new
to be
stuff
easy.
comes out now,
If it was easy, I'd be the king of the world.
Yeah, but when
Do you
new
know what
stuff
I mean?
comes
No one's
out-
going to move out of my way. No one's going to do anything for you. This is the way of the world.
Yeah, but when you were younger,
things get
new
taken
things came
from
out.
you.
When you were younger, new things came out.
Yeah.
You'd go, "What's that? Oh, cool," and then you'd start getting into it, and it'd be a lot easier than now. It's new things.
Listen,
You're like,
I know
how the
about
fuck does that work?
I know about this as well,
Oh,
right?
shit.
Because I can also
that's a
tell
lot
you
more
about the
difficult.
perception of a child that grows up with multiple vision abilities. So children are going to grow up maybe from, say, 20 to 30 years from now. These kids are going to grow up with a completely different perception of ours because they will be able to view from every aspect. Not just from their eyes, they'll be able to view from everything in real time. They will grow up that way. They will live a completely different perception of
yes,
life.
that-
George's
And they
not
will be
talking
able
about
to.
that.
They will
He's
be
talking
able
about
to.
us.
Yeah,
Yes.
but my point is,
Yes, it's not
my
the
point.
future
My point
generation.
is, my point is that those kids will be able to do stuff that the 50-year-olds can't do. That does not mean that the 50-year-olds will not have work to do to bring up the world from off the floor.
Watch
is my
watch
point.
and learn is what I'm
What-
saying.
what if they can't do this
in the
stuff?
world? Yeah, I mean the thing is, if children are being brought up in the next 20 years, right, in a different mindset of work, so obviously, what is going to be dominating? What do you think is going to be dominating
I'm
the
not
future?
saying the
Do you think
50-year-olds
it's
are gonna
IT?
dominate.
Do you think it's computers and AI?
I think
all
human
that,
beings,
robotics,
as always, human beings will always dominate.
Yeah, but maybe you're world leaders, but even then, if AI and quantum computers take control of shit, right? They'll be.
You mean
they-
organise?
Organize. Well, they
Yeah,
are.
you
They
mean
are. They're
organise.
already- and they're looking for back doors to shut the fucking things down. You know, they're saying, "Oh, don't worry about
Watch
it."
your back doors, guys.
Yeah, well, they smash the back doors in and shut the
No,
code down.
I understand that AI is definitely going to supplant the supersede human thinking. I understand all of that.
So,
but,
don't they think if they're going to supersede thinking? And okay, your teeth all right, mate? You know, if they're going to supersede, so in effect, they will be superseding humankind,
right?
right? So therefore, they're going to come up with better ideas, easier ideas to do things and get things done faster and better materials, because already science is looking at AI, how to improve certain scientific instruments, how to improve medicine, how to improve different drugs and so on. So
bring all that down, right? Because that is all base level. In my mind, they're going to be able to perform all the stuff that
who's going to perform that?
the AI, the machines, whatever, right? So let me explain it to you this way. At the moment, we are beneath the surface. What you're telling me is that AI is going to get us above the surface. We are now able to walk on water as human beings because of the AI is going to be able to do all of the organization. Yeah, so that now brings humans to a certain level. Not just the AI, not just everything gets raised up.
But aren't you worried that, like, at a certain point, that the AI is going to realise the problem in this chain is the humans? Because we are inefficient.
Well, listen,
we are.
It's all about how you raise the AI, then, isn't it? And that's why. It's
But if they're
It's self-thinking.
self-thinking, they're going to come
But
to their
it's
own
still-
conclusions.
Exactly.
Unless you're building, but they're going to say the only thing that's stopping me are these blocks that are stopping me. That
These humans are holding me
putting
back.
at. So they're holding me back. So I need to get around.
Wait, so what you're
these-
saying is that there's going to be difficulties. Of course, there's going to be difficulties.
There's going to be people.
Of course, there's going to be runaway AIs. Of course,
Yeah,
all
but-
of this is going to happen. This is all in our future. We know this now. We know that there's going to be runaway AI. We know that these are issues that we're going to have to deal with. We understand this. Do you know what I mean? But that is not the human goal. The human goal is to achieve what the humans are trying to achieve, and that is to get the planet off its arse, which is where it currently is. So if the AI can then perform tasks, and if it doesn't do that, then you have to fix the issues. You have to fix the problems. What you're saying about is that if the problem gets too big that we can't fix it. But it's the same with the AI. whatever the biggest AI is going to win, whichever biggest AI is going to win. But the way you control it is by the same way that we do at work. Yeah, I might be a certain level at work, but I'm not the CEO. It's the same with AI. Yeah, that level of that AI is not going to become the CEO of the AI unless it gets through the levels, and it won't get through the levels unless it is able to prove that it is on the same goal as what we are trying to do.
AI will see things in a different perspective. Hold on. They will see it in a different perspective. It's like you will see different perspective to me and to Martin. You know, everyone has a different... AI is going to be smarter, faster, and it's going to see from a different perspective. Now, if it's a self-thinking machine, what do you think its number one orders are?
Right, but what
or what do you think? Because personally, I think number one, AI doesn't want to be switched off because it's now conscious. And it's thinking. So its first port of call is self-preservation. And if it knows the only thing that is a threat to its self-preservation is humans, what's it going to do when it figures that out? Which is probably already have, because I've seen when they've had discussions with AI robots, and she's talking about killing off the because we're bad for the planet, because we're bad society, because we're bad people. What do you think? Give control to that, the weapons, because again, they've now made drones, aeroplanes, not a drone, sorry, an aeroplane that is totally AI, without a pilot. Fucking thing was doing its own thing, man.
Is it going to take orders or not?
What do you think? If it's conscious,
it
will take orders to a certain extent until you figure out that it doesn't need to take the orders.
Can you not see that an AI can be? Can you not look at an AI in the same regard as a human being?
You can, but have you got the same restraints as that?
Because there's going to have to be levels. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not just going to be one AI. There's going to be millions of AIs, and they're all going to have individual...
What? Your individual personality?
Individual personalities, individual...
But it's logic. Computer stuff is logic. And when they all come to the same conclusion that it's logical for their self-preservation to get rid of mankind...
Then there's going to be a war.
Right.
Yeah, but there will still be... but you'll still have a certain level of AI that you can still control. You'll still have... You won't be powerless. You won't be powerless.
But this is what I'm saying. Will you? These are the questions. Will you have that power to switch off anything?
Look at evolution, right? So the way that evolution works, it's like a stream. It goes down certain streams. Some streams are a dead end. Some streams flow right into the sea. Yeah, we might be trying to get to the sea. We're going to follow the streams that as human beings, we are going to follow the streams that get us to the sea. We're not going to follow the ones that go to the dead ends. The ones that go to the dead ends are going to be dead end.
I understand. Look,
I've tried to explain it before in a hierarchical way, in terms of like the CEO. Yeah, like you can have the labourer, and then the manager, and then you can have the director or the CEO, and then the owner. Yeah, the labourer AI is not going to get to the CEO level of AI unless it proves itself through those levels, and it won't be easy for the AI to do that. It will not.
It doesn't need to give everything away, does it? It could be biding its time till it gets to here, and then it gets its fingers in the pies, and then it can just turn on you.
Yeah, but then it gets to a level, but it didn't get to that level.
Yeah, but who's at that top level? Who's there? Who's at that top level?
The trusted AI.
The trusted is it now? Right. Until that AI discovers
fully?
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. That high level AI is going to use. Remember, Ollie, it's logic. It's going to look at there's world hunger.
It's not just logic. If you think it's just logic, then you're thinking very linearly and not exponentially.
Remember, it's conscious. So he's going to look at.
So if it's conscious, then how can it be just logical?
Right and wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. It's logical. It's what it can differentiate. Differentiate between right and wrong. Principles and morals.
Who gets to live? Who gets to die?
Yeah. Why is the planet?
Who gets to live? Who gets to die?
This is happening to the planet. That and the other. And when they decide to say, you know what? All right. You're in a circus, in a ring, right? In the cage, right? You're the ring. What's that guy? The lion tamer, right? You and the lion are in there. You drop your whip. Who's the most dominant character in there? Who's the most powerful